Greetings, lovely Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me. This is your new moon in Taurus reading this week, and let's get shuffling, shall we? Lovely Saggies. I have put up the new moon in Taurus video, which I know often the time and tides or the particular collective moon videos are sort of slower, but I think well worth a watch, if I don't say so myself, just for general energies anyway, when you relate it to, if this reading resonates with you, by all means do check it out, and other signs, of course, if you know what your astrological chart is. But anyway, we're doing a short and Celtic cross, if you've not tuned in before. And yeah, so we'll get the central point first, Sagittarius. Lovely Saggies. We'll get a few cards to jump, hopefully. Okay. Just 2 more cards, please. It's an interesting time, and I think by the end of the month, things will be speeding up a bit. But certainly, it's a great time to be getting into some body work or grounding, and just enjoying some simple things. The simple things around you. Simple pleasures in life. Okay, so we're looking pretty amazing, actually. Wow. Sagittarius, you come out with the 10 of Cups. It's just amazing bounty here. And you're experiencing it in your actual physical, material world. Crossed by the 3 of Cups, a card of celebration. Actually, I should put my glasses on, because a lot of that's right. Abundance. This card in the Thoth deck is called Abundance. So you really are enjoying. You're certainly embodying this time, appreciating people and celebration, or the bounty of the emotions as they present in your world. You are really enjoying this, it appears to be. And the basis of it is that, if there's been difficult times thus far or in recent months, which for a lot of people in the world, let's face it, we're all sort of in this together. And so, we get the World card, the universe. This is a new cycle. This is a new cycle for you, dear Sagittarians. It does appear to be. So let's see what's just passed, what's behind you. Right, we get the card of, just keep going where you're at the moment. We get the moon. So, at the moment, what has recently passed is the 8 of Swords, a card of limiting oneself. Or even the mere fact of realizing that, feeling a little bit stuck, there is this thing of a whole new cycle beginning here, and yeah, you may well have felt a little bit restricted. But currently we get the moon. So, of course, the moon, we know the moon, it's cyclical. It reflects the sun. It's the sun's light. It's transferred light. And there are aspects of of our unconscious mind we're not conscious of. But part of the evolutionary process is that we, become more self-aware, and therefore, that impacts all our relationships in our life. But currently, there's an appreciation of where you're at, which is a wonderful thing. So moving forward, we'll come back through and clarify, of course. Moving forward, right, Sagittarius, we get this Prince, the Prince of Swords. Look, this is a prince who's moving, there is movement, and don't get hung up on the timing here. There are distractions in life, of course. We often like to do this to ourselves. And the Prince of Swords, we kind of see that there's so many ideas. So we're not talking necessarily distractions. There are so many at the moment. There are so many ideas here. This prince gets pulled along. And they are described as fairies. These are thought forms. The things that are not yet have not yet really come into form, and may well not come into form. There's the nature of the prince is that he can. It's not a focused card. So when we get to the Knight of Swords, now that the knight is completely focused and actually targeting. Whereas with the prince, it's not necessarily like that. And often, there's a reason for this, and let's face it, a purpose for this. So it's not necessarily a fixed state. Yeah. So let's go back through and clarify with the Morgan Greer cards. Let's see this wonderful, let's look at the basis here, the universe, which is entering a new portal. It's amazing. It is amazing. Let's see. What? Yeah, we get the Queen of Cups. I mean, you certainly are the Queen of Cups here. All this celebratory love expression, and here we present, and then we have the universe here, as the basis of this. You're really fulfilling some things here. I do feel that. Very satisfying. Very coming into absolute emotional maturity at this time. And this doesn't happen unless we've been challenged by something. Usually, challenges are really good things. So this limiting card of the 8, a mind card, of course, the 8 of Swords, that I do think you've sort of come through this. You're moving through a process whereby you realise that, okay, I'm enjoying this, all of this around me, because I know it, and I know there's the whole guts of it all is that I'm entering a whole new cycle. So I'm enjoying all of the celebration, the bounty, and the emotional gifts that I have around me. But I am aware that there is, if this is not part of that new cycle, there is a new cycle that I'm entering. And the process of this we see in these sort of past, current, and moving forward, transitions can be challenging here. So currently we have the moon, so maybe certain things haven't been fully revealed yet about where this is taking us, but we're certainly bathed in light. Sagittarius, which is amazing. So let's have a wee look at the moon here. The moon. Yep. Just one card, please. Sagittarius. Right. So when we talk about the moon, we see the aspects of motivation and intentions that we're not possibly at this time totally conscious of, totally aware of. We get and I'll get another card here, we get the Nine of Wands, which is a card of habitual behaviour. It's a card of many things, default mechanisms. It's a card of, you know, largely being on defence. So with everything that happens, or every new thing that comes in, our immediate response is to be defensive. It is classically the wounded warrior. And being a 9, the burden of this, even on a simple behavioural level, really gets pretty exhausting. And as the next card up being the 10, that's the burden that we cannot continue to carry. So that's in the current position. This could be, for whoever's watching this out there, it could be a situation, it could be someone in your life, it could be you. So we'll just get one more card for Sagittarius for that position, please. We get the Hermit, we get a reconfirmation actually. We get reconfirming. We get the Hermit shining a light in there just to see. And we get the World. We get the universe again. This is part of it. As I said before, this process of these 3 cards, past, current, and moving forward, are part of this entrance, or the preliminary, the antechamber area before we do enter into this new cycle. And we see this as the basis of this entire reading anyway. So yeah, this time where we look at ourselves, we investigate, and we may well be shining a light for someone else here. I do get a sense of that where you are facilitating this for someone else. It may well be the case. And you are facilitating what? Facilitating their movement through a transformative journey of this nature, where we really have tied up all the loose ends of an old cycle, and we are in the midst of entering that new portal. And it's that thing where, we don't necessarily want to take the same things into this new cycle, Sagittarius. So let's just see. And the Hermit's a wonderful card to get. Just really amazing. Yeah. Abundance galore. Abundance is waiting. So we see it in its ace of disc form. We see it coming into form for you in this new cycle. Let's just see. We've got 2 cards coming out here. Firstly, the Tower and the Lovers. Choice all the way. That could be related to any sort of any situation. We may well, to me it speaks of, we don't make a choice, the choice will be made, as it always is, for us. So let's just see Sagittarius with this little prince with his little thought form fairies taking him on a, literally it is on a merry dance, but there's good reason often for this. There's productive reasoning in this. And let's face it, all things in their own good time is what I sort of hear. So here we have the 9. You know, you've got moving forward anyway, whether the mind is rushing off in all these different potentials at the moment and not really zeroed in on one particular opportunity or target, we stand here, you know, surrounded. It's the self-made situation or position here, the singular person, you know, in the garden, in the surrounded by material wealth that is completely self-made. You know, it's material wealth. And, you know, it might well be like you're questioning that and what you want to do with it, how you want to use it. Can it be used in different ways in this heading forward, in this new cycle that you are entering into? So it's quite interesting. Let's just get a card, Pixie and Fairy, for this Ace of Pentacles. I mean, this is pure, this is amazing. It is, yeah, it's a new beginning of sorts here. A new beginning, as I kept saying, it's a new cycle, but it's like totally fresh. It's fresh out of the cabbage patch. We get the Maiden here. This is like the explosion of light, life force. It has no past to anchor it, to affect it, to affect its oh, what's the word? To affect its reaction to anything that it comes across. Everything is new for this beautiful creature. Isn't it gorgeous? I just think it's so gorgeous. Everything is new, as is this explosion of a new light, you know. It's really beautiful. Let's have a wee look at the 9. The 9 of Discs moving forward. So we get, we get 2 cards. Yeah, we're kind of thinking all the potentials here. There's a lot of potential. You know, we get Taitlin the Sylph, which is a very Gemini card, actually, very mercurial. And we get the purple dark lady, or what's it called? Death, that's right. It's one of my favourite cards. It's a beautiful card. Look, there's an acceleration towards this, which this whole next phase for you, Sagittarius, is going to, you know, whatever your circumstance, situation, however you see this, you know, it may or may not resonate. That's just the way it goes. But if it does in any way, or with the people in your life, this is like a super uber acceleration of a literally transformative time, which has been just zizzed up another few notches. And there are lots of twists and turns in here. And all of this flux, and I do call it that, and all of the, you know, because this prince, he's sort of going all over the place. He doesn't really have that much control over these so much. They are thought forms, but they're sort of taking him in all sorts of different directions. Underneath all of this, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to the you know, last call or something, that's just what I hear. We are and have and embody this gorgeous, independent creature, surrounded by a lot of resource and a lot of bounty. So whatever this reading speaks of to you, it's incredibly positive, and it's as if the new, going into this new portal is overlapping. It's like that's overlapping into the where you're coming from. I don't know how to make sense of that. There's like a crossover somehow. Sagittarius. So let's just get a journey map card for you. Thank you. Thank you. Just one card, please. Sagittarius, yes. Action, baby, action. This is a fantastic card. Solar force. It's having a vision. It's seeing what you want, where you want to go, and going for it. And there's no rumination here. This is fast, and it's, as I say, solar generated. It's a solar force. She's a wild woman, this one. Or man. But totally, whoo. In some ways, to me, this kind of feels also very Sagittarian card to me from the journey map, my own deck. So I love this card. Let's just get a word from the little Harlequins. We get ditch the saboteur and enjoy. Well, we all have a saboteur in our archetypal library, don't we? And enjoy. Enjoy this time. It's all about the new. It's all about fresh potential. It's brilliant. Thanks for tuning in, Sag. Enjoy this beautiful new moon in Taurus. And check out your other, if you know what your other signs, other planets are in, check out Venus, Jupiter, and Ascendant and Moon. It can be quite interesting. Okay, Sagittarius, take care. Bye.